what's up and welcome back to ByStephieNics. So today we're gonna do a little update. Almost 3 weeks ago I posted a video and I'll link it up right there if you haven't seen it. And basically in this video I let you guys know that I had coronavirus and my entire family had coronavirus. It was a crazy time and I went through our symptoms and our experience going through it. Thank God we had it very, very mild, but that's what that video was. I posted the video and I thought that was that. I shared my piece and that was all. But the video started blowing up. Currently, and I'm just checking live, the video has 65,000 views and over 600 comments. These numbers are not typical for my channel, for my videos. I was not expecting this type of big reaction. When the comments first started coming in, I was responding to everybody, but once it hit like 300, 400, 500 comments, I realized that it was just gonna be impossible for me to continue answering everybody, and I felt really bad about that. But I was seeing so many sweet messages asking for updates on how I'm doing, how my family is doing, and I thought probably the best thing to do would just be to respond in a video to let everybody know what's going on. So to start with that, number one, thank you. I appreciate these messages more than you know. It was so comforting and so nice just to read these while I was feeling so sick. And I've been telling my family about it, that so many people are wishing them well and hoping that they're doing well. We appreciate it so much. And as for how we're doing, we are doing so much better, thank God. We're a few weeks out at this point, so it looks like we're past the danger period, which I have such a huge sense of relief that it looks like we all got through it okay. No one had to go to the hospital, no complications, nothing serious at all. As I said in that video, the majority of cases, 80% of coronavirus cases, are mild. So most people who've been getting the virus have the experience like my family did, and I'm so grateful that we are in that 80%, but there is that 20% of people who are suffering so much worse with this virus, and I'm praying for them every single day that they should have a full recovery and get through it okay. If any of you are going through this right now or your family member is, just know that I'm thinking of you and wishing you the absolute best. It's unbelievably scary to think about. I'm just sending all strength and health out to you. In terms of my family symptoms, the only symptoms that have really lasted to this point is my parents both still have a lingering cough. The main symptom that both my parents had when they had the virus was a terrible, terrible cough, and that's really kind of stuck around beyond all the other symptoms clearing up. Thankfully, over the past few days, a week, both of their coughs have improved to the point where it doesn't sound so horrible anymore. They're both feeling much more comfortable, so I'm just really, really happy about that. In my coronavirus video, I talked about a weird symptom that I was experiencing that my whole family actually had too, and that was a lost sense of smell and taste, like fully. No smell, no taste. Eating was the strangest experience. It was wild. But this is a symptom that's not really publicized so much in the media. Like, before we experienced it, we had no idea that this was even a thing. So when I talked about it in this video, that got a lot of reactions. So many comments came in letting me know that you guys were experiencing the exact same thing as me. And I got a lot of questions about it. So just to fully clear that up, Sunday morning I woke up feeling sick. The whole day not feeling well, but I still had my senses. Monday morning I woke up and that's when I lost smell and taste fully. I was the last person in my family to get sick. Everyone else had already been feeling sick and lost sense of smell and taste before me, so I was kind of the last one to the party. And personally, my sense of smell and taste were fully gone for 3 days, and after 3 days, they started slowly coming back. From reading all of your comments, I realized how lucky I am that it was only 3 days, because I've heard people telling me, it's a week and a half, it's 2 weeks. I saw someone mention that it's been 4 weeks and they still don't fully have it back. I'm so sorry that you guys are going through this so much longer than me. I was very unhappy with that particular symptom because eating was like a chore. No matter what I ate, it just tasted like cardboard. It was horrible. So if you are experiencing that right now, just know I totally sympathize with you, and everyone else who's going through it definitely does, but likely it's not permanent. So I would try your best not to worry about that, because everyone that I've heard from, hundreds of people with this symptom, it's come back for everybody. At this point for me, I think my taste is probably back 100%. Originally when my taste started coming back, things tasted weird. Like, it was definitely not right for a while, but I think now we're at 100% on taste. Smell's a different story. Some things that really should have a strong smell still smell pretty mild to me, so I'm waiting on that. I'm patient. Honestly, I'm just relieved that the taste came back, because that was what was really so terrible going through, but smell looks like it's coming back to me. Now, kind of switching gears for a second, I just want to go through and make very clear my intention with posting my coronavirus video. Before I got sick, before my family got sick, I was spending my days quarantined at home, but just watched the news all day long, scared out of my mind, anxious, fearful that I was gonna get sick, my family was gonna get sick, someone I knew was gonna get sick, and we'd go through the process that we're seeing on TV, go to the hospital, have complications, and die. This is horrible to think about. It's so, so scary, and this is people's reality. People are going through it like this, but when we got sick and it really was pretty mild, I was honestly like very confused. I'm like, this is not the coronavirus that I've been hearing about, and I started doing research. I saw that 80% of cases are mild like ours, and I'm like, I have to share my experience with this to hopefully help ease some people's anxiety about this. God forbid, I wasn't trying to say that people shouldn't be scared of the virus, shouldn't be taking it seriously and stop quarantining or socially distancing. Not at all. That's not what I was saying. If that's what you heard, I'm very sorry that I wasn't clear enough. I just wanted to put out there my experience with it and hopefully just let people know that not everybody who gets it is gonna have the worst case scenario. And I've had lots of people reach out to me telling me that this really did help them feel better, yet they're still taking the proper precautions, which I advise everyone to do. So I just wanted to clear that up. So, how do I even start this? Another comment that came up a lot, and it's ridiculous that I even have to like address this, but I've been accused by multiple people of faking it. Faking that I have coronavirus. So the question is, was I faking having coronavirus? And the answer is no. Like, why? Why would I fake having coronavirus? Like I mentioned, I did not expect this reaction at all. I wasn't fishing for this type of reaction. I literally was just trying to put my experience out there to hopefully help people see like a milder case of this coronavirus in action to hopefully ease anxieties. Like, that's what I was going for. That's just like, that's disgusting. I wish I could hold up my piece of paper and show you my confirmation that I do have coronavirus to just put this to bed, but I don't have that. I went into the details of the whole testing issue in my first video, but basically we tried our best, but we couldn't ever get tested. How it went down is that when we first all got our symptoms, we talked to doctors about it. We talked specifically to an ENT, an ear, nose, and throat doctor, about the loss of sense of smell and taste. And he advised us that with those symptoms, that was confirmation of having the virus. So we all believed that we had it, so we were acting on his advice to self-isolate at home. But still, of course, we wanted to get the test just to be, 100% sure, have it on paper, as anyone else would want to do. We called. We were put on hold for hours and we waited for hours just to try and get to talk to somebody to try and schedule a drive-through testing appointment. Finally, we get on the line and they let us know that they'd call us back. They never called us back. We were not allowed to get tested. We live in New York City and the virus is crazy here. So many people are getting it and very bad versions of it. So I guess they rejected us because we didn't have serious enough symptoms. I don't exactly know, but we tried to get testing and we were rejected. But we were told by our doctors, multiple doctors that we talked to, that we had it. So that's what I'm going off of, that by saying that I have it. So maybe I'm sitting at 99% sure rather than 100% because I don't have that piece of paper, but what can I do? I don't think that that is faking having it. This is the straight truth. Related to this is something very, very exciting that I'm looking into right now, and it's plasma donation. Basically, the idea of this is, or how I understand it to work, is that they take the plasma of people who had the coronavirus and recovered from it, and they transfuse it into sick patients, and hopefully the transference of the antibodies will help the sick patient recover. If that wasn't 100% right, don't come for me in the comments. I tried my best. Not a scientist. So when I heard about this, I thought this was an incredible opportunity. If me going through my mild form of sickness could actually help save lives, that's insane. Sign me up. Like, I'm personally terrified of needles. I've never been able to give blood because of that. This is different. Like, I would do it in a heartbeat. So the thing is with this is that before you're able to actually donate the plasma, they need to test that you have the antibodies. So it looks like if I get the test for the antibodies and I have the antibodies, then I will have my 100% confirmation of coronavirus, and then that'll really clear things up. Like, double benefit, I'd save lives and put this all to rest. But if you were in the position where you do have that positive test, or you did go through having coronavirus, look into plasma donation. You can save lives, and that would just be the most incredible thing in the world. So definitely look that up if they have that in your area. So just a couple things that came up in the comments that I just wanted to address. A bunch of you wrote into me letting me know your symptoms and asking if I could kind of diagnose you with having coronavirus or not. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I'm not an expert on this at all. I just know my experience. So I can't diagnose you. I wish I could to give you that peace of mind, but I really can't tell you yes or no either way. For me, I had mild symptoms and I was just advised to self-isolate at home, not go out at all until 3 days after I had my last symptom. So basically, if you have like a really bad headache as one of your symptoms, as I did, once you stop having that headache, then you wait 3 days and then you can start going out. That's how I understood it. So if you are having symptoms and they feel pretty mild, that's just the safest thing to do, self-isolate at home for that period of time. If your symptoms are more severe than mine, if you are, God forbid, having breathing problems or something like that, you need to talk to a doctor. You need to go to the hospital and you need to get treatment. Try not to be in self-denial because this virus can unfortunately get very bad very fast and you don't want to delay treatment at all. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Another thing that a lot of people ask me about is what I did to treat any like advice that I was given in terms of medications or stuff like that. I wasn't told anything to do because I don't think there really is anything proven to do right now. If you have a more severe case, they do have medications. They can give you oxygen in the hospital. So I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if you have a mild case like I did. Honestly, I don't think it's a bad idea to take vitamins. It's good for your immunity, good for your overall health. But I can't sit here and let you guys know which ones to take or what to take. So I'm sorry about that too. Not trying to like mess anyone up here. Throughout this video, you might have seen some videos pop up in the corner here. These are all videos from my quarantine playlist that I've posted for you guys. I'll have the entire playlist and all the videos in it linked down below, but this is just kind of different ideas that can help you through this time. I have a video with like a ton of different virtual hangout ideas to connect with your friends or your loved ones that you haven't been able to see because of social distancing. These also work great for virtual date ideas, so check that out. And then if you finish Tiger King and you're bored and you have no idea what else to watch, I have a Hulu recommendations video and a Netflix one. The Hulu one is different like chill reality shows. The Netflix one is like psychological horror thriller shows. So depending on your mood, there's something there for you. Then I have like hobby ideas and my coronavirus video. So lots of content there to hopefully help you through this quarantine craziness. Just thought I'd put that out there to help you guys out. And one final note before we go, I just want to thank everyone out there who is helping fight this virus. This includes everyone who is following the safety guidelines put out by quarantining, social distancing, staying home, resisting the urge to go out and see your friends and go see your family if you've been separated from your family. It's super hard and I completely sympathize with you, and I'm so lucky and so grateful that I'm with my family and I don't have to be without them right now. But if you are going through that and you're still safely following guidelines, I want to thank you. You're doing the absolute right thing. It's hard, but we all appreciate it. You are saving lives by staying home. And on the other side, of course, our medical professionals saving the day, saving people's lives all day, every single day by risking their own traveling, going to the hospitals in like basically a war zone situation. The things that you have to see, the things that you have to endure during this time, I can't even begin to imagine it, but I just want to extend my sincerest thank you from everyone. But coming from me today, thank you so much. And with that, I think that kind of wraps up everything that I wanted to update you guys with today. Thanks for sitting through this. This was definitely an interesting, different kind of video, but I thought it needed to be made. Wishing the best to all of you out there. Stay safe, stay healthy, and if you are going through something really terrible right now and you need to reach out and talk to someone, write me in the comments, DM me on Instagram, I'm here for you. Sincerely wishing you guys all the best, and as always, this was ByStephieNics. Bye.